Most people who experience sleep paralysis think it's just a weird body glitch, a scientific accident, a moment where the brain wakes up before the body does. But what if I told you that's only the surface? What if I told you the fear, the pressure on your chest, the shadow in the corner of the room is not just your imagination? If you've ever woken up unable to move, if you've ever felt like something was watching you, if you've ever sensed a presence sitting on your chest, you are not crazy. You are not imagining things. And you are definitely not alone. There is a spirit behind sleep paralysis, and today, we're going to talk about what you really saw. Most people don't know this, but sleep paralysis happens at a very specific moment, when your body is stuck, but your spirit is awake enough to perceive the invisible realm. Your body might be lying in bed, but your spirit is more aware than you've ever been, and the enemy knows that. For years, people all over the world have described the same things. A dark shadow, a figure standing in the doorway, something sitting on the chest, whispers, growls, a sense of evil so heavy it suffocates the air. Why do millions of people describe the same thing if it's all in their head? Because it's not in your head. It's spiritual. See, the enemy doesn't wait until you're strong. He doesn't attack you when you're alert. He comes when you're vulnerable, when you're tired, when you're spiritually unguarded, when you fall asleep with doors open in your life you didn't even know were open. Sleep paralysis is not random. It's an opportunistic attack. And the first thing the enemy uses? Fear. Because fear paralyzes you long before your body does. The enemy knows he can't touch you without permission. But if he can make you afraid, if he can make you accept darkness, if he can get you to believe he has power over you, he's already won half the battle. Fear is a spirit. And in sleep paralysis, it often walks into the room before anything else does. Some people see a shadow figure. Others hear breathing. Some feel hands grabbing them. Some see the night hag. Others see creatures with red eyes. And many feel a weight sitting on their chest, like something is pressing the life out of them. Every culture describes the same thing. Different names, same experience. Why? Because you're not fighting culture. You're fighting the same kingdom of darkness. And here's what most people don't know. Sleep paralysis doesn't just start in the moment you wake up frozen. It starts in your lifestyle. It starts in your boundaries. It starts in the things you let in, the things you entertain. It starts in what you watch before bed, the music you fall asleep to, the thoughts you go to sleep with, the spiritual atmosphere in your room, and the unhealed places in your soul. Sleep paralysis is rarely a glitch. It's almost always an invitation. Something is trying to get your attention, to torment you, to plant fear, to convince you that darkness has authority in your life. But here's the truth. It doesn't. You might not be able to move your body, but your spirit is not trapped. Your voice is not taken. Your authority is not gone. And the moment you call on Jesus, even in your mind, even silently, that presence leaves. Why? Because darkness can't stay where the name of Jesus is. The enemy hates when you realize this. He wants you to stay afraid, to think you're powerless, to accept the nightmare. But I need you to understand something deep. Sleep paralysis is not just an attack. It is a revelation. It reveals that you're spiritually sensitive. It reveals that you can sense the unseen. It reveals that you have a calling the enemy is trying to intimidate early. It reveals that you are not spiritually dead. You are spiritually aware. The enemy doesn't attack people he already owns. He attacks people he's afraid of. That is why so many people who go through sleep paralysis end up spiritually awakened later in life. They start praying more. They start seeking truth. They start wondering why they felt what they felt. They start waking up to their purpose. Because what the enemy meant to scare you, God can use to wake you up. And that's when everything changes. What you saw in sleep paralysis wasn't just a nightmare. It wasn't just your brain misfiring. It wasn't a hallucination. It wasn't a random glitch. It was a spiritual encounter, a moment where your body froze, but your spirit opened its eyes. That presence you felt? It wasn't imaginary. But hear me, it's not stronger than you. It's not stronger than God. It's not stronger than the authority you carry in Jesus. You might feel paralyzed in your body, but the enemy is paralyzed in the presence of God. And from this day forward, sleep paralysis won't make you afraid. It'll make you aware. Aware of spiritual warfare. Aware of your authority. Aware that the unseen world is real. And aware that you are protected. Because once you understand what you really saw, you'll never fear the dark again. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more.